What is going on, gamers? AK40 Kevin here in the gamer heaven. So we now have another leak for the upcoming Nintendo Switch Pro, or as they're calling it, the Super Nintendo Switch. Kind of makes sense. I guess they had the Super Nintendo, now they're going to have the Super Nintendo Switch. And it goes in depth with a little bit of what components might actually be pushing this bad boy hardware-wise. Let's talk about it. Alrighty guys, sharing my screen. I have an article pulled up here that came out yesterday. I have some highlights on it and whatnot to go over some key points so I don't forget anything. So we have had a lot of leaks about the Nintendo Switch Pro. They're now calling it the Super Nintendo Switch. I have never heard that name, but it kind of makes sense. They had the NES and the Super NES. Maybe they're throwing it back to the days of old with the Super Nintendo Switch. So that's pretty cool. And so far we've had just a lot of rumors and leaks. Nintendo has never made any official statements or anything that they are working on either a midlife refresh of the Switch or a brand new console period, but people are going to run with this. And this latest leak or rumor comes from verified insiders. They put that in air quotes because that can mean a lot of things, but there are verified insiders like Slasher, for example, that basically calls out every Call of Duty DLC drop like way in advance. There's people that have been known to be very, very reliable vetted sources. And they're saying the new Nintendo Switch is going to basically be a PlayStation 4 with DLSS. So that is going to be interesting how they actually integrate that, considering DLSS is an NVIDIA GPU specific entity, or not filter, component. And PlayStation 4 has an AMD-based APU in it. But it has a better CPU, so in other words, it won't take the Nintendo to PS5 or Xbox Series X levels. That should be expected. Nintendo has never had the most graphically stunning or most powerful consoles when it comes to processing or graphics. I mean, you look at the Nintendo Wii, which was the best-selling from the 7th generation, so it outsold PS3 and the Xbox 360 for the longest time, and that was substantially underpowered. The Wii U was just a midlife refresh of the Wii, technically. And then the Switch is still selling phenomenally to this day, even though it's substantially less powerful than Sony and Microsoft's offering because of its good exclusives, its loyal fan base, and also the fact that it is very unique, being able to be portable and then docked at home. So people that play Nintendo generally don't buy them for sheer horsepower. A lot of people that own Switches also have a gaming PC or a PS5 for like the hardcore stuff, so to speak. So this is also going to come with a new gimmick, although it doesn't say exactly what that's going to be. So obviously, like Wii, that was motion sensing, which is kind of gimmicky, but it was really cool, especially for the time. It was the only experience you could really get like that. This was before VR was really mainstream or anything like that. And then the Switch's gimmick is that it's portable yet can be docked. But again, it's actually pretty cool, useful gimmick. So they're going to be targeting 4K resolution. I don't know how they're going to go about doing that, considering a PS4 isn't natively 4K. The PS4 Pro can do native in some and upscaled in others 4K. However, a base PS4 Slim or the original PS4 is more so in the 1080 1440 realm. It's not really 4K, so they're going to have to do some tweaking. Maybe that DLSS is what's going to kick it up to be able to handle 4K resolution. We'll have to see about that. But that is most likely only going to be for when it's docked, meaning the actual portable console, the screen itself, to keep their manufacturing costs down, they're most likely going to have a 1440 maximum resolution screen. But when you're docked, obviously it's going to your 4K television. You're going to be able to see a native 4K image. So either way, that's a good upgrade from what we have right now. The leakers also mention a 22 release window, so sometime next year. We're at the beginning of 21, so it's going to be quite a while. And then also Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 may be released alongside it. I do think that would be a very good launch title to accompany the new console, because it is a tried and true Nintendo exclusive that probably would showcase the new capability of the hardware. And of course, you always want to take these little leaks and articles with a major grain of cum, because you never know what bucket these were slurped out of. As you'd expect, Nintendo has not commented on any of this and is not going to. They haven't commented on a single specific Switch Pro or Super Switch rumor, and that is not going to change. So obviously take this stuff with a big old grain of schmeckle, because we don't really know when this is coming out or what's solidified from this information. Right now it's just hearsay and the rearsay. I thought I'd put it out though, because the average tech consumer / gamer doesn't go through hours of articles every day looking for news around the esports community or upcoming games and stuff like that. That's kind of my job, so that's why I'm putting this information out for you guys. As with any time I cover any kind of article, I will have my sources cited in the description below if you want to read the article in its entirety. If you benefited from this video, it was informative or entertaining, liking the video does help it to get seen by others, as the YouTube algorithm does no favors for my channel. Subscribe for more content like this. I cover a lot of news, as well as tutorials how to get set up streaming and YouTubing, and I also do a lot of honest product reviews on this channel as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.